The objective of this forum is to, among others, assist in monitoring and evaluating the efficiency and effectiveness of policies and directives from the ministry and collectively discuss critical success factors and targets of the sector. It is therefore our intention to institutionalize this forum into our annual work plan and organize it at least on a quarterly basis. It is important to group together in order to think together. And it is such group things that allows all of us to be on the same page in executing the mandate of the ministry. You may recall our collective efforts last year that culminated into the successful organization of Ghana Energy Summit. After the healthy, intellectual, and unbiased discourse of the current state plans, policies, and strategies of the sector, a comprehensive and overarching policy was developed after incorporating comments from the summit. The petroleum section of this policy is being carved out for discussion today. The purpose of this maiden forum is to provide the platform to exhort ourselves on the scope of the new petroleum policy, set annual targets and goals, identify potential debilitating challenges, and devise strategies to mitigate them. As a sector, we will build synergies and collaborate among the various institutions to achieve the aspirations and visions of the government that falls under the ambit of the petroleum sector. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to seize this opportunity to highlight our vision and goals for the sector. In the upstream sector, the ministry intends to pursue aggressive basin promotion, especially in the central, eastern, outer continental shelf and Voltairean basins, to attract competent companies, particularly the majors, into these basins to increase exploration activities. Commercial discoveries from such exploration will not only increase the country's reserves, but create needed jobs and significantly increase revenue to the state. 2, implement open and transparent public competitive tender processes in the award of petroleum blocks. It is our target that this year to conduct the first bidding rounds for the award of exploration and production rights to successful companies. I therefore urge GNPC and Petroleum Commission to work hard to realize this target, as it will go a long way to improve on investor confidence in the petroleum sector. 3, promote the development and commercialization of our indigenous gas resources. The ministry considers the gas industry as a major catalyst to the country's industrial transformation, and as such, no stone should be left unturned in realizing this dream. Recommendations from the Gas Master Plan Implementation Committee, on which all the CEOs are represented, will be forwarded to Cabinet for approval and implemented to the letter. The downstream sector, if well managed, can be the major game changer in the socio-economic development of the country. The ministry will therefore be advancing the following projects. 1, establishment of a petroleum hub. The establishment of a petroleum hub is one of the government's strategic anchor initiatives that will serve as a new pillar of growth in the Ghanaian economy. The project will accelerate the growth of Ghana's petroleum downstream subsector and make it a major player in the economy. The Petroleum Hub project will increase the presence of major international oil trading and storage companies, create regional trading champions, and encourage joint ventures between local and international companies for direct foreign investment, technology and knowledge transfer, and wealth creation. 2, implementation of the LPG policy. Government realized the need for a policy to promote LPG and pursue aggressively an increase in access towards the goal of 50% by 2030. The policy is to also provide direction and a framework for safety regulations and operational standards in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, as my final comment, permit me to reiterate government's unending commitment to churn out the maximum benefits from the oil and gas industry to the good people of Ghana and generations yet unborn. This, I strongly believe, can only be achieved through a sustained and coordinated exploitation of the country's hydrocarbon resources and the prudent management of the downstream subsector. I am confident that at the end of this forum, we will all leave here with a clearer sense of direction for the effective and integrated development of our oil and gas endowment to play its pivotal role in transforming the economy of Ghana. I further urge you, as CEOs of the sectors, that in your discussions, there are no holes barred. Be as plain and as frank as you can. I will go back to my famous analogy of plainness. We are all familiar with washing machines. In the older washing machines, there is a centerpiece called the agitator. It has a function. It has a critical role. But you can take that agitator out and still wash your clothes. What you will get is a soggy wash of clothes that is not clean. It is the agitator in the middle there that separates the dirt from the clothes. What I want to leave you with this analogy is that be the agitators. Move to the edge of the envelope. Speak your mind. Shake the stuff so that at the end of the day, we will get a clean wash. The clean wash being crisp and clean ideas that will move the sector and this nation forward. I thank you for your attention.